Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Elder Care Academy, Elder Care's training series that we do every week, twice a week. I am Adrienne Ostras. I'm the digital marketing director here at Elder Care. I've been here 7 years, and I'm really excited to talk to you about one of the exclusive memberships you can provide to your clients with working with Elder Care or any Integrity partners. I do see quite a few people on here already, so I know this is going to be a really great topic. And I always want this to be, a conversation. So please find the Q&A box. If you're on Zoom, we disabled the chat. So you have to find the box that says Q&A. And that's how you can communicate with me. That's how you can ask questions or just share, with the class is what I like to say as well. But thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to be here this morning. I know normally we have Brent on here on Tuesdays talking about all of our final expense and life insurance products. And if you are needing more training on any of the actual final expense products, we have all of those on our YouTube channel. It's Elder Care Broker. So if you're interested in any of the past webinars or trainings that we've done, or if you're wanting to watch this one again, that is where you will be able to find it. Again, the YouTube channel is Elder Care Broker. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on today's training. We are going to go into the weeds on this. I know we have talked about Legacy Safeguard. I know most of you have probably seen this in the Integrity portal or on social. And so this morning we are going to make sure that when you leave, you are 100% confident in talking about this membership that you can offer your clients and how you get them enrolled and what that's going to look like for them. So if you are already offering Legacy Safeguard, I would love to know. So please let me know in the Q&A, if you've ever offered Legacy Safeguard to a client or you're excited to, looking forward to, or any kind of questions you might have before we get started. I see Brian's on here. I see Jen is on here from Arizona, Martha, Maureen, Monica, Zachary. Felicia said that she has offered Legacy Safeguard. That's great. That is amazing. I love to hear that. Lauren said first time learning about it in Florida. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here and sharing that. All right, well, hopefully you all can see my screen and hear me okay. We're going to get started. So this membership is something that Integrity has built. This is something that specifically the CEO of Integrity, Brian Adams, built to be able to offer clients and preparing them for the worst days of their lives, right? And so we believe that it's important for everyone to leave a legacy and be remembered long after they're gone. Our goal is to help your clients leave your legacy, and the benefits of a Legacy Safeguard membership help make it possible. It's a really great way to just get that ball rolling, right? Legacy Safeguard can help provide clients and their loved ones with legacy planning services, estate planning support, end of life planning, guidance and assistance, and support for survivors. So that's like the simple one sentence on what Legacy Safeguard can provide your clients and their loved ones. And I want to let everyone know that some of the slides in here this morning are from the consumer-facing presentation that you would have access to. And then also there's some agent-facing ones we put in here. Okay, so let's talk about some of the member benefits of Legacy Safeguard. So it provides members with planning, guidance, and support. So members receive the following benefits with Legacy Safeguard. We've categorized them into 4 different categories. So it's legacy planning services, estate planning support, end of life planning, guidance and assistance, and support for survivors. So when they do enroll in this membership, they will receive a comprehensive legacy planning software, and this will help them document important information and share significant memories and values with loved ones. It's an it's a really easy to use software built to help members leave a lasting legacy. And once I get through these slides, I'm going to do a live demonstration of what the software looks like for your client and for you, right? You can enroll yourself in this as well. And I'm also going to log in live to the Legacy Safeguard University portal. So make sure you stay till the end. So this software will allow members to record their family values, their personal information, valued possessions, online account information, pet care instructions, historical insights, financial accounts, final wishes, and much more. So I feel like these bullet points, I feel like it can be a little overwhelming, right? Like these are the things that are gonna trigger your clients to, be like, oh, I need to get all of this information together. I mean, this is a lot of information that I need to get together, and the software that we've built makes it really easy for them to add and update, at any point. It's not like they have to add all of this information at one time. It is just as they come across it. But it's a safe and secure place for them to save this information. So, our name is Integrity. We do everything with integrity. The data that is on this software is your clients and your clients only. The only people who would have access to this data are those that they give the login information to. So, which we do recommend that your clients share the login information, with loved ones who are going to be helping assist with those funeral wishes that they're wanting granted. So the next thing that they're going to get is the Legacy Planning Archive. This is a PDF, which I'm going to log in later to show you what it looks like. It is a one-page PDF. It's a simpler version of the software, but it's something that we've created for them to help reduce confusion and stress for their loved ones by putting their final wishes and funeral planning resources all together in one place. And it outlines what's needed to complete a certificate and an obituary. So if your member fills this out, they can make copies, they can take a picture, send it to whoever and say, like when that time comes, here's everything you're going to need for the death certificate and for my obituary. And then next, they will have access to the Legacy Planning mobile app. This is really similar to the desktop software that they would have. It's just not as in depth as the desktop version. The desktop version, I will say, is a lot easier to use. But if they want to download the mobile app, or if you prefer the mobile app when you enroll yourself, it is Legacy Safeguard, and it's on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Okay, so next they would get estate planning support. And what this means, it doesn't mean that, they get a free estate plan in place or anything. What this means is that Legacy Safeguard has a member phone number. And what would happen is they would call our member services and we would assist them in locating specialized estate and elder law attorneys practicing in their area who can help guide them through the estate planning process. So, let's say your client is like, I really need to plan my estate, right? And I don't even know where to start. I don't know what attorney to get. So they can call the number on their card, and we will help them find a local attorney that can help them with that. So next is the end of life planning guidance and assistance. This kind of works in the same way. So they would call that number for these services, and we would do that research for them and help them find the resources they're needing locally. So first being and we do call ourselves the Legacy Safeguard Advisors. And so we're always on call to help the member or the member's family, through the planning process. So that includes funeral home support, which means we would assist the family in locating funeral homes and cemeteries in their area. This will help the family easily contact the funeral homes to evaluate the service options. And then end of life planning, the advisors would help the family create a dignified memorial service that celebrates the member's life. So Legacy Safeguard advisors can also help the family make informed decisions about how to use the funds that are available to pay for the final arrangements. This is also like if they are needing help, creating a will or anything like that, they can call the member services number and get help in finding someone to create a will as well. Do I have any questions so far about anything? Because the last service that they would get, or the last benefit they would get with this membership would be the support for survivors. This is personalized assistance. Legacy Safeguard advisors can assist the survivors in a wide range of services that include support in the insurance claims process, which is huge, advice on possible bereavement travel options, assist with memorial service planning, and help the family with other special requests. They can also help, find local bereavement therapists or counselors if they're needing that as well. And it would work the same. They would call that phone number and talk to one of our Legacy Safeguard advisors. And that includes the member and the member's family. So that's why we would say it's important for your member to share that login information for the Legacy Planning Guide software, and then also that form that they have and their membership card. So they would have their loved one's member ID to get that support for survivors. So like I said, you could also do grief counseling support after, if they're needing support after you've passed away. So in addition to, us offering all of these benefits to your clients, at no cost, we definitely want to be able to, help people, for that day, right? We don't like to talk about the day. I don't like talking about the day, right? But in part of leaving that lasting legacy, this opens that conversation for taking care of the final expenses so that you don't leave a burden on your family and you can take care of them even after you're gone. So this is kind of how you can open that door for talking about getting them some final expense insurance. So enrolling your members is very easy. There's multiple ways you can enroll them into this membership. I will say, like, this on this slide, you can see it's asking for the member information, member's first name, last name, phone number, email, date of birth, and address. You will also see the spouse's information on here. This will also enroll the spouse in the membership as well. So it's like you're doing husband and wife at the same time to help you save more time so you don't have to come back and enter the same address and same information. It makes it simpler for you to enroll the husband and wife in the Legacy Safeguard membership. Once they do enroll in the membership, they will get a really nice welcome letter, and they will also receive a welcome email as well. So they will get this letter. It has their name. It says, "Welcome to Legacy Safeguard." It tells them to go to legacysafeguard.com and register their account. They will register with their member ID. They will have their own, member ID numbers. It will have your information on there, right? You are the one that enrolled them. So it will have your contact information on there as well. And I think they'll also get their membership card. So they will get two in the letter. I don't know if you noticed that on the previous slide. Whoops. But they will get two member cards. So they can give one to someone if they need to. And the card will include their name, their member ID, and it will also have your information on it. So your first and the agent's first and last name, and then your phone number. And then it has the membership phone number to call if they are needing assistance with any of those benefits that we had just talked about. And then Legacy Safeguard does help, provide that peace of mind for your clients that they do have, something there that will help them, plan all of this information and get all this information organized for their loved ones. And then it creates peace of mind for their loved ones. This is definitely something I'm doing myself. And then I'm definitely going to make sure, my grandmother and my parents get all of this information together for me. And then, of course, it provides that guidance and support for the family in the future. And then the kind of legacy clients want to leave. This is something that helps them do that. So loved ones won't know specifically what someone's going to want unless, it's in writing and they've, said specifically what they are wanting and what kind of legacy they're wanting to leave. So here are some appointment tips. So there is a warm-up script that we provide. There's an introduce legacy safeguard script we provide, and then there's an ask for referrals script that we provide. This will all be in the comprehensive guide within the Legacy Safeguard University, which we'll get into. But this is 3 easy steps, right? You just do a warm-up, you introduce Legacy Safeguard, and then you can ask for referrals as well. So the warm up, you can ask for a glass of water. If you're sitting at the kitchen table, make small talk and ask about them, right? This is normal sales kind of training. It's so important to, make them feel comfortable right away, especially if you're about to start talking about, the legacy that they're leaving. It's really, really important. But you also want to keep it kind of short because you do want to transition into the presentation. And so this Legacy Safeguard presentation will help them realize the importance of being remembered and how quickly someone can be forgotten. It'll tell a personal story about, you will need to tell a personal story about your grandparents or great-grandparents. And then you'll go through the legacy membership benefits, emphasize the importance of each one. And once you're in the software, it's definitely going to go into great detail on things. And then ask for referrals. So after you enroll the client in a Legacy Safeguard membership, it's the perfect time to ask for referrals. So one of the phrases you can use is an important part of legacy planning is helping others leave one too. Isn't that so great? Like they are realizing like they do want to leave a legacy and now they can help others, have that light bulb moment like, oh, I need to leave a legacy. And then there's a referral guide, which will have a sponsorship form, which your client would fill out because they would be sponsoring the referrals. And then there's a gift certificate. So how that would work is your client would give you the sponsor form of all their referrals information, and then you would give them a gift certificate to give those referrals. That way they can reach out to you and also get these services from you. So here's part of that. This is part of that consumer presentation. And again, we believe part of leaving a lasting legacy is helping others leave one too. We are absolutely dedicated to making sure everyone has the opportunity to leave a legacy. And then this also, helps you set more appointments. It's another thing to help you make more presentations, close more sales, and serve more people. And then this is also a really great membership to help open that door for creating cross-selling opportunities. And of course, we all know the more products that you have in a household, the higher the client stay, the odds of them staying on the books increases, right? We increase that client retention. And then it also is another way to generate client referrals. All right, so now we're about to start talking about the Legacy Safeguard University. This is an online portal that you would register for and have access to. This is where you would find any training materials. This is where you would find marketing materials, client presentations, client enrollment materials, training videos, training guides, the sponsorship form and gift certificates, and much, much more. So the website would be legacysafeguarduniversity.com. That would be the agent portal for this membership for you to use. So you can scan this QR code if you're watching on your computer, if you want to screenshot it. This is where you can complete the registration. Now, I will say before I jump in here that to register and have access to offer this to your members, you do have to have those contracts within the Integrity family. So it's not any certain contracts or products necessarily. It is that you do have to have at least one within that Integrity family. So it's all based on your NPN, just like the Integrity portal. That's how we will know if you have access to this or not. Do I have any questions on that? I do see quite a few people still on, so thank you. I hope that wasn't too much information. And now we're about to jump in live to see these portals so you can see exactly what it's going to look like when you log in and what it's going to look like for your clients when they download that software. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into the Legacy Safeguard University first, because that is where I recommend, that's where you need to start. You have to register an account first to be able to offer this. So we're gonna go to legacysafeguarduniversity.com first. Okay, hopefully you can all see that screen. And please, if you have any questions at any point, let me know. Like, how are you feeling about this? Is this something you're really excited to start offering your clients? Is it something you're still not sure on? Is this something you're going to enroll yourself in? Right? That's the best way to see as well, is to enroll yourself in this membership and experience it for yourself. Oh, Josephine said first time from Chicago. Thank you for sharing that. So when you're at legacysafeguarduniversity.com, you will need to go to login. And if this is your first time registering, you will come over here to the right and you will register. And again, this is all based on the NPN. So once you register, if you do have access to the account, you'll have immediate access. And then if you don't have access and you're interested in talking about doing some of those contracts with an Integrity partner, Elder Care is one of those, and we would love the opportunity to work with you on these products and memberships as well. Lauren said, we'll definitely use this with final expense. Absolutely. That is definitely why it was created, to, help, once you make that final expense sale and they have that policy with you, this was built, for you to take it to that next level and provide this free membership for them. It's not exactly how it works now. I mean, you can do Medicare products, or life products. I mean, as long as those products are here, you can offer your clients this membership. So it's really easy for you, the agent, to register first name, last name, NPN, phone number. You will make yourself a username, your email address, and the password. And then I'm going to log into Hours to show you what it's going to look like. And we're going to go to the dashboard. And then this is where you will be able to, one, enroll members. So you can click member enrollment. And this is going to be the same link, whether you're doing this within the Integrity platform or within the university platform. So you're always going to put the members' information, their spouse's information, and then you're always going to have to put your information on here. And this is how we know that you're the one who enrolled them in this membership. And this is how your information shows up on that members' ID cards as well. And then you just agree, and then you will enroll them by hitting submit. And then they'll get that welcome email and then that welcome letter as well. Within this portal, you can also see marketing tools. This is where you can see the direct mail piece. This is where you can see an email bumper. This is like or an email template that you can send your clients, and then also the email bumper, which is something you can put in your email signature to make sure that everyone knows this is something that you're offering as well. So we have everything in here to help you spread the word that you offer this service as well. This is where you find presentation materials, the consumer presentation, a consumer flyer, and a final expense estimator. This is something I really am excited that we offer, is this final expense estimator, which I'll show you in a second, but you can download the consumer presentation. You can download this flyer. This is a great leave behind. So if you're leaving materials after a meeting, you can leave this behind, letting them know, I'm going to be reaching out later to talk about this in more detail. And then the final expense estimator. So you can click view now. And this is very, very easy to read, very easy to see for your clients, right? And for you. So this is how you can help them get an estimate of what their funeral might cost, or what amount of final expense coverage they're going to need. So you start by selecting a state, and then you ask them their ceremony type, if they want it to be a burial or a cremation. And then these are some of the estimated costs that we have currently. These are up to date, right? For what things would cost. So funeral home expense, $3,500, and urn, a basic one is $195. If they're wanting, a standard one, they can upgrade that. These are just estimates too. If they're wanting flowers, the death certificate, all of these things cost money. So these are great. This calculator is really great because it makes them realize, like, these are things that their loved ones are going to be responsible for, and how important it is to have that life insurance in place. A stationery package, if they're doing thank you cards, honorarium for $100, catering, right? And then any miscellaneous items in preparing for that funeral. And you can hover over all of these eyes for more information. And then we're going to talk expenses. This kind of gives you a more detailed explanation. So this is just kind of everyday expenses that someone might be left with, if that's a spouse or a family member. If there's rent or mortgage, credit card debt, car loans, any loss of income, hospital and medical bills, taxes, or other immediate expenses. So, if they do still have a mortgage, you can put that in there, and how many months, you want to be able to provide that for them. If it's just for 2 months, or if you want to go up to 6 months, and then any other family expenses. And then once you get to the end, step 5, right? 5 easy steps to do this calculation. It'll do the total funeral expense, total family expenses, and then the total final expenses that they would want at minimum coverage for. And then this is something you can download a PDF of. And so this would be something that you could leave them with. And you get a code if you need to put that back in to see what it was. So this is also where you get your client appointment materials. This is where you can do the enrollment form. This is the Apple Wallet flyer. And then this is the sponsorship form. This is what your client would fill out in giving you referrals for this Legacy Safeguard membership. This is where you can download the gift certificate. This is what you would print and fill out and give your client to give those referrals to. And then the Legacy Safeguard Planning Archive. This is that PDF that will help them. This is the information that they would need for that death certificate and for the obituary. So it's called the Legacy Planning Archive form. So these are all materials I would have printed already. It's better to be more prepared, have them printed for your meetings. That way you can be ready to fill them out right away. And then training, this is where you can find all the training materials. All of these are training videos and PDFs. These are all done by our CEO, Brian Adams, who created this membership. So highly recommend listening to these. He's very passionate about it. It is a very important service that you can offer your clients in addition to, the products you're offering. This is also the training guides, a guide to earning referrals, the post-season game plan. This is a book that our CEO wrote. So if you're wanting a free copy of the book, you can download that and read it. The agent flyer. And then this is the comprehensive guide that I was talking about that has all of the scripts in it. So if you're taking notes, you might want to download the comprehensive guide for scripts. And then there's the resources, your contact, if you need to contact Legacy Safeguard. So if you have questions, you can call their agent support number if you're ever needing assistance as well. So that is the Legacy Safeguard University portal. Make sure that you register and get all the materials downloaded and ready to use. And then next, I'm going to show you the legacy planning software that your client would have access to. And this is what is amazing, that they have access to at no cost. It is really impressive. So I am going to share this software. Hopefully you can all see this. So when they log in, when they download the software and they log in, this is all of the information they would be able to update and save for their loved ones. And this is really impressive to me because it would be great for loved ones who are going to be responsible for helping with those final wishes to come in here and be able to know where everything is, right? They're not having to dig for where they bank at or find their final wishes. It's all going to be within this software, nice and organized for them. And it's organized like this. So it's by personal information. So about them, it'll have their name, their father's name, their mother's name, date of birth. It's going to go into contact details, emergency contact information, marital details, their children and grandchildren, service details, as in if they served in the military, they can put all those details in here, and any other about them details, like those that were preceded in death. Next would be the historical information, how long they've been in the community, their place of marriage, their occupation, number of years they were there, organizations they're a member of, their religious affiliations, and any additional historical information. Their valued possessions, they can come in here and add, like you can see this button for add row, and they can add their valued possessions, their significance, and who they want to leave it to. And so this is definitely something that they can do. They don't have to do it on their own, right? They can have their loved ones help them, enter all of this information in. Next would be pet information. I love that we put this in here. I have a fur baby, and I definitely want to make sure that they're well taken care of if anything should happen to me. So you can add each pet, you put their name, their license number, and if they have a chip ID number. You can put their veterinary information, any medications that they're on, who their groomer is, and any walker, sitter, or kennel information. This is where you can put their favorite toys if they have insurance themselves. Excuse me. And any request for if something should happen to the pet, how they would want that to happen for them if they want it in a pet cemetery, a home burial, or cremation. Is anyone feeling super excited about this software? I would love your feedback so far. After personal information, we would move to important documents. So it's going to start with financial information. If they have a safe deposit box, their locations, their banking information, they just add rows, their life insurance and annuity policies. Again, they're adding a row for each. If they're a homeowner, the location of the deed, real estate property. If they have a mortgage and who owns that mortgage. If they have investments. And then you can also store important documents. This is so great. So they can, if they have PDF versions, you can easily, or if you're helping them, if they have paper copies, you can help them scan them in and add those documents within this software as well. That way it's all in one place. After financial documents, we move to legal. So this is where you can put the last will and testament. You can put the location here. If there's a trust, any attorney information, any estate planning information, additional legal documents. And then this is also where you can upload and store any additional important legal documents. Next would be the online account information. So if you're wanting to put their bank account, login and password, their Facebook login and password, any sort of online account information that might have a login and password. So energy bills, anything like that, you can add a row for each portal and the username and password. And this would be any other codes or passwords. So if they have a gate code, a garage code, anything like that, you could put that on here. Next, we move on to My Legacy. We start with the background. So this is something that is, I wouldn't say that can be really fun. I mean, I know it's not things that we want to talk about, but it's still at the same time a really great way to create these memories, with loved ones when you're planning this and learn things about them that you might not have known. So you start with their background, their date of birth, who selected their name, why they were given the name, any nicknames, things about their parents or siblings, hobbies, favorite vacation spot, how would people describe you? And then it moves on to the childhood. Where did you grow up? Describe your childhood. Then it goes on to my family. So some of your favorite memories with your children, greatest joys of being a parent. What has been the greatest challenge of being a parent? And then last, my legacy. So these are fields and questions that we're asking to help them think of how they want their legacy to be. So what are things that you hope your children have learned from you? What are your most important family traditions? What event most impacted your life? I mean, these are great questions for them to answer in creating that picture of the legacy they're wanting to leave behind. And then lastly on the software is the final wishes. So any personal wishes. How will your family pay for the funeral? Wishes for the service, the cemetery, place of service, music selection, favorite Bible verse, if they want to wear jewelry, if they want to wear their glasses, the flag, if you want the casket open. I mean, all the details that the funeral home might ask, you can prepare for them. And then next, it would be on the final wishes, the friends and family to contact. So if anything should happen, this would be where you could put all of the contact information that someone might need for family and friends. And then once you fill out all of this on the software, you can always log back in to access it, share that login, with those that you trust and who would be helping with these final wishes. But you can print this. So there is a print center here, and you can select the things that you want to print, and it will create a print copy of everything in here as well. Very impressive software that you have complete access to and that you can provide your clients, at no cost. And then lastly, I'm going to jump into integrity.com. This is another place where you can enroll them in this Legacy Safeguard membership, as well as run them that final expense quote. And this is even where you can do a final expense application as well. So you would be able to log into integrity.com and do enroll them in the final expense product. You can enroll them in the Medicare products, and then you can also enroll them in this free Legacy Safeguard membership. I feel like I should have questions about the software. Does anyone have questions about that software your clients would have access to? So now I'm logging into integrity.com. Hopefully all of you already have this account set up. If you do not, when you go to Integrity, there's a sign up button here, but hopefully you all already have an account. And then when you do log in, it's going to take you to the main dashboard. And this is kind of where you can see reporting on your contacts and policies and things like that. It's just taking a second to load. Let's see if we can help it along. But once you're in the Integrity portal, everything that you will do to run a quote or enroll them in Legacy Safeguard will go through a contact record. So you would go to your contacts up here at the top. If you don't have contacts in here yet, you can easily add a new one. It's very easy. But you can come in here and open a contact record. And then right when you open the contact record, right here on the top or in the bottom right, you can see that they're eligible for a free membership into Legacy Safeguard. and you can enroll them right here through the contact record. And if you have their information in the portal or on the contact record, it'll pre-fill it for you, minus the spouse information. And then it'll pre-fill the agent information for you as well. So that's a really great reason to be enrolling your clients through in a Legacy Safeguard membership through the Integrity portal, because you can go into the contact record, you would be able to sign them up, it would pre-fill it for you, it would show up in the activity when you enrolled them. And then the other really impressive part, if you're enrolling them through here, is if you go to your contacts, you would be able to filter all of your clients that you've enrolled or have not enrolled. So when you're on your contacts tab in the top right, there's the filter option. If you hit filter, you can click add filter, and you can see here for memberships, Legacy Safeguard. You can select that. And you can see all of your clients that have a Legacy Safeguard membership. So you can see here, I have none. And so you can change this is to is not as well. And you can see all of the contacts that are not enrolled yet. So if you are starting to enroll them, you would be able to know who you've enrolled and who you haven't very easily. And then once again, you can do the final expense quoting and enrolling on here. You would do that through the contact record as well. You would hit start a quote, and then you would hit Life Center. And then this is where you can just jump into quoting a final expense product. We also do IUL and term, or you can also see here another calculator for coverage needs. So this one would be in addition to the estimator. So here you've said that they need at least 10,488 for the funeral. This calculator within Life Center goes into more detail on additional coverage for debt, income lost, remaining mortgage, any children under 18, any assets that they have. And then because I didn't fill anything, it's not going to give me an estimator. But if you do fill all of that out, it'll tell you how much additional coverage they're going to need. And then when you continue through that, you can continue to the final expense quoting. It would have it would ask, health questions, any health conditions. And then you would be able to set the coverage amount, select the product type, and then you would be able to apply for that final expense coverage right through here. And then you would be able to go back into that contact record and see, those life policies and health policies as well. Okay, I'm going to open it up for questions. I hope that this morning wasn't too overwhelming. I know I went over every aspect of this membership that your clients have access to, but I definitely wanted to get into the weeds on this to make sure that all of you were aware of this membership that your clients have access to. Josephine, I do see you said I did register on my phone, but going to the computer, it doesn't recognize me. Okay, so I will be able to assist you with that afterwards. And I don't see any further questions coming through, so thank you everyone for taking the time to learn about this service that you have access to, and we look forward to hearing the success that it brings you and your clients. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.